Thanksgiving comes early this year with UFC 322, the best card of the year, and today I'm going to give my prediction for every fight on this card. Starting off in the lightweight division, Vyacheslav Borshev takes on Mateusz Camilo. I'm picking Mateusz Camilo to win a unanimous decision. Vyacheslav Borshev, his main weakness is the grappling. We've seen him get out-grappled many times before and lose fights because of that. And Mateusz Camilo, he's a young prospect. He's coming off a loss, and he's going to definitely be wanting to get that one back. I feel like this is a good matchup for Camilo. Yeah, but I don't know if he's going to get a finish. I haven't seen Vyacheslav Borshev, even Chase Hooper, who is a very strong grappler once he has someone down. He was struggling to finish Borshev. So give me Mateusz Camilo to win a decision via dominating the grappling exchanges against Vyacheslav Borshev. Moving up the card, Beisunger Sursakaya versus Andre Mechanico. I'm picking Sursakaya. I know he had a lot of hype from his performance on the Dana White's Contender Series, but in his UFC debut, he had a very competitive fight. I know he got the finish, but he was in some trouble while standing in that fight. So while Sursakaya, he might be a little bit overrated, Mechanico's he's not really good at all, if I'm going to be honest. So give me Sursakaya to probably get a ground and pound TKO over Mechanico. Probably round 2 or 1. 1 or 2. Moving up the card, we have Angela Hill versus Fatima Klein. I am picking Fatima Klein to get it done. I just think Angela Hill's a little too old. She's 40. She's been in it for a little bit of a long time. Fatima Klein, she hasn't even entered her prime years, and she still looks very solid. She can hold her own pretty well in the grappling, and she's a very solid striker. Give me Fatima Klein to probably win a unanimous decision. I expect her to just outpoint her, and she'll be able to handle all the grappling exchanges very well. So give me Fatima Klein to win a unanimous decision over Angela Hill. Moving up, Kyle Daukaus versus Gerald Meerschaert. I'm going with Kyle Daukaus for a first-round finish. Kyle Daukaus, I know Gerald Meerschaert, he's a big-time veteran. He's a decent grappler. He's got submission skills. But Kyle Daukaus is just as good a grappler, I would even say, as Gerald Meerschaert. And as he showed in his last fight, he's got the knockout power to put Meerschaert out. I can just imagine Kyle Daukaus dropping Gerald Meerschaert early and finishing him on the ground, because he has good grappling skills as well. Give me Kyle Daukaus to win via first round TKO. Moving up, a very competitive matchup in the featherweight division. Pat Sabatini versus Chepe Mariscal. A close fight, but I'm picking Chepe Mariscal because Pat Sabatini, the only way he really wins fights is by grappling, and Chepe Mariscal, I think Pat Sabatini, he will be able to get takedowns against Chepe Mariscal, but Chepe Mariscal will be intelligent enough to know how to escape bad positions and to get back up to his feet. And, well, I think he's got an easy advantage on the feet with his pressure striking. I can see him, I think he's just going to outwork Sabatini, and when he gets taken down, he'll be able to get back up or maybe even reverse position. Give me Chepe Mariscal to win probably a decision, maybe. Give me Chepe Mariscal by decision. Then we got Malcolm Wellmaker taking on Ethan Ewing. Ethan Ewing taking this fight on 1 day's notice. Just give me Malcolm Wellmaker. I mean, the UFC, they obviously aren't matching him up with someone who will beat him, especially on a day's notice. So just give me Malcolm Wellmaker by KO. Moving up, Aaron Blanchfield versus Tracy Cortez. Now, this is a much closer fight than some people think it is. Now, Aaron Blanchfield and Tracy Cortez fought back in the day. Cortez got it done via split decision. Close competitive fight. This is a hard one to predict. Cortez is the better striker, but Blanchfield is probably the better grappler. And Blanchfield has fought overall better comp. You know how I see this fight turning out? I see Tracy Cortez, she does well on the feet, but and one thing I'd like to point out is Tracy Cortez does leave a lot of the holes on the feet, like openings. She's not a very high-level defensive fighter while standing, so I can see Blanchfield getting in a couple shots on the feet and mixing in the takedown, but Cortez survives. And this probably happens for the first 2 rounds. And Tracy Cortez, in the 3rd round, she makes the adjustments. She stuffs the takedowns, and she does good work on the feet. But by that point, she will have already been down 2 rounds. It's kind of my vision for how this fight plays out. Give me Aaron Blanchfield to win a close 29-28 decision over Tracy Cortez. Moving up, Gregory Rodriguez versus Roman Kopylov. If I'm going to have to be 100% honest, I don't think this is as close a fight as some people think. Roman Kopylov, he's always struggled when put under pressure. Rewatching all of his fights, he does struggle when put under pressure. Gregory Rodriguez, big power puncher who puts a lot of pressure on opponents. And this time, unlike against Cesar Almeida and Chris Curtis, Roman Kopylov won't be able to just get a takedown to buy himself some time because Gregory Rodriguez is a very high-level grappler. Honestly, I just feel like this is a very bad matchup for Roman Kopylov. Give me Gregory Rodriguez to win a 2nd round finish. Yeah, 2nd round finish for Gregory Rodriguez. Moving up, Bo Nickel versus Rodolfo Vieira. A very, very close fight here. Closer fight than some people probably think. Rodolfo Vieira is a pretty good grappler, but I'm picking Bo Nickel. I feel like Bo Nickel, he's a better striker while they're standing, and he's educated enough to avoid getting submitted by Vieira. But I expect a competitive fight. But I feel like Bo Nickel, I think he's going to get it done by a decision. By getting takedowns, avoiding submission attempts. And I just think I think he'll do better in the striking exchanges too. So give me Bo Nickel by a unanimous decision. Moving up to the main card. Beneil Dariush takes on Benoit Saint-Denis. I'm going to have to go with Benoit Saint-Denis, and I don't think he's going to get him via the grappling. I think he's going to get it done with the striking. Beneil Dariush, he is pretty chinny. He got dropped in his last fight, 1 punch by Moicano. I know he went on to win that fight, and Saint-Denis lost to Moicano, but styles make fights. I feel like Dariush is probably a better grappler than Saint-Denis, but I just don't think Dariush will handle himself very well to the pressure that Benoit is going to put on him. I know that he's beaten Mateusz Gamrot, who's a pressure wrestler, but Mateusz Gamrot literally has no power in his hands, and he doesn't really apply pressure like Benoit Saint-Denis. I'm going to have to pick Benoit Saint-Denis to get it done. I think he might get a stoppage via TKO in the 2nd or 3rd round. So give me Benoit Saint-Denis to get it done. Moving up, Leon Edwards versus Carlos Prates. Last night I had a dream where Carlos Prates got it done via decision. So here's how my vision for the fight played out. Carlos Prates lands the more significant strikes. He's got the longer reach. They're pretty much equal in height. But Prates, he lands big shots. But Edwards is educated enough to survive 3 rounds against him. Now, I know some people are picking Leon Edwards because he's got a kind of similar style to Ian Gary, but he really isn't anywhere near as elusive as Ian Gary. Like, he doesn't move in and out or around. He's not as fast as Ian Gary either. He kind of just stands at range, fights the hands. I'm going to have to pick Carlos Prates, but I do think that Leon Edwards will be able to survive if he chooses to mix in the grappling. So give me CP to get it done by a decision with the crafty fight outcome of the night. Moving up, Sean Brady versus Michael Morales. Razor close fight. But I'm leaning Sean Brady because I just don't trust Michael Morales' ability to stop the grappling. I've seen Michael Morales be put in grappling positions too often in fights and kind of struggle a little bit. And now he's fighting Sean Brady, who's one of the best grapplers at welterweight, if not debatably the best. I don't know if Sean Brady's going to get a finish. He's probably going to smudge grapple him to a decision. It is a very close fight, though. Michael Morales, he's got a major size advantage. I could see him getting a KO in this fight. But I'm going to have to lean Sean Brady. I mean, the grappling pressure he puts on people is amazing, and his control time is elite. Give me Sean Brady to get it done by decision. Maybe Michael Morales improves as the fight goes on, like my prediction for the Blanchfield-Cortez fight. But by that point, it'll be too late because he's already down 2 rounds. Give me Sean Brady to win a 29-28 decision over Michael Morales. Next up, the co-main event of the evening. Valentina Shevchenko versus Zhang Weili. I'm going to pick Zhang Weili to get it done against Valentina Shevchenko. I feel like while they're standing on the feet, Zhang Weili's probably the better striker. Valentina Shevchenko won't be able to beat her up on the feet, just going tit for tat for range. Zhang Weili will land good punches on her, and while Shevchenko will be able to get takedowns, I just can't see her really dominating Zhang Weili in the grappling. Zhang Weili's never been dominated in the grappling before, from what I've seen. I know she got taken down in the first round against Tatiana Suarez, but from that point out, she stuffed every other takedown and even got one of her own. So I don't think that Shevchenko is going to be able to dominate Zhang Weili in the grappling exchanges. Weili will be good enough to defend most of the takedown attempts. And I feel like while they're standing, Zhang Weili is slightly better. So give me Zhang Weili to win a competitive decision win. Moving up. Main event. Jack Della Maddalena defends his title against Islam Makhachev. Here it is. $1 million pick. Who am I picking? Islam Makhachev or JDM? I'm going with Islam Makhachev to beat JDM. I've just seen Jack Della Maddalena. He's been taken down too many times throughout his fights for me to just pick him to beat Islam Makhachev, who will be by a mile the best grappler he's ever faced in his entire career. And Islam's submission skills, I can see him getting a finish early. And while they're standing, it's not very one-sided either. Islam Makhachev, he will be able to hold his own in the striking exchanges, I predict. While Jack Della Maddalena will have a advantage on the feet, I still think Islam Makhachev, he will be able to get good shots in of his own, and I don't think he's going to get finished. And, well, he's got a clear advantage in the grappling. He's just simply better he's just simply better everywhere than anyone else who JDM has fought, including Bilal Muhammad. I'm giving it to Islam, probably an early round submission. Maybe Jack Della Maddalena survives early and puts him in a little bit of trouble late, but I don't think it'll be enough. I'm thinking Islam by a decision win, maybe 48-47, 49-46. I'm picking Islam Makhachev to get it done against Jack Della Maddalena. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.